Intro, please.
Something isn't right, 'cause I've been missing paying attention. You don't listen, you've been taking, you've been spending all your time on this. Something isn't right.
Yo, how y'all boys doing? As you can see, Dom is back. This time, clearly, I'm not accompanied by anyone. It's just me, but that's all it needs to be for this. Because I'm gonna get down to the nitty and the gritty, you know what I'm saying? So this will be like my third actual real video promoting more serious topics as opposed to my previous videos when I've just been on something else. But you have to understand what I'm saying, you know. Originally, my platform wasn't supposed to be for what my previous videos were, you know, but it's certain things that pull people in, attract them to something. So I have to, I have to do what people like to get the views I want. You know, I'm not gonna sell myself out, but my first three videos actually were more on a serious tip, and people weren't really messing with it. You know, like I only had 15 subs and I was only getting like 20 views and whatnot. But the minute I started uploading BS, I got more subscribers and a lot more views because people just like when you present yourself as a character. I'm a character, but I'm not, what you all like to see. But now that I have my 32 subs and, you're here watching, I could be a lot more serious. I can use my platform for what I want it to be for now because I get the views I want. So that being said, welcome to this. Before you even start, obviously you see where the specific point of emphasis lies in this specific video about how Black lives don't matter. Before you do the most, oh, he your uncle. No, stop. We're not doing that. Just listen. That's all you gotta do. Don't jump to no conclusions. Don't assume the worst. In this video, I'm gonna break down everything. I'm gonna spoon feed it to you. All you gotta do is eat it. There is no need for you to think about anything in this video. All you gotta do is comprehend. Just listen. I don't think it gets any simpler than that. I'm gonna repeat it. There is no reason for you to think today while watching this. Just listen, digest it, and move on. If you agree, splendid. If you don't, I don't care. But I'm not gonna say anything that's not true. So, that being said, let's jump right into it. Point one. Now, I'm obviously not gonna just hop into why I say Black lives don't matter, because then you just watch that part and then leave the video. No, that's not how it works. If you're here to watch this video, I'm gonna see to it that you watch the video. You're going to, if you wanna get to the meat of why I said what I said, then you'll watch the video. I'm gonna start with, everything else, and then we'll get to what you want to talk about. And guess what, boy? I'm gonna turn the comments off so you can't find the timestamp in the comments. So, point one, like I said, police brutality. Let's talk about it. For a lot of people, racism is the police don't like me and they're killing me. That's not it, okay? To be quite frank with you, police brutality is a very, very small portion of, I'm not saying it's minute and it doesn't matter, but it is only the tip of the iceberg. Racism and brutality as a whole goes a lot deeper than the police are bullying me. That's not it. And truth of the matter is, sad enough to say, if police weren't doing what they were doing, killing innocent Black men, and they were just peachy keen, jelly, like a lot of people wouldn't care. This wouldn't even be, this whole Black Lives Matter thing wouldn't even be a real movement. Think about it. Black Lives Matter blew up as it was already a thing, but it gained a lot more leverage. Like it was already pushing forward, but it grew exponentially after the George Floyd thing. You know, a policeman kneeled in a man's neck for however long he did, and that's just facts. You know, it was a thing, but it grew a lot more in depth, and things got a lot worse after that specific situation. Now, let me ask you this: had that not happened, would it still be the same? What was his name? Jacob Blake. If Jacob Blake wasn't shot 7 times, would it still be as deep as it is now? The whole Trayvon Martin thing happened a long minute ago, and people stopped talking about it. Black Lives Matter was still a thing. Don't get it twisted, but it just wasn't what it is now. And it gained its traction from the previous events. So that leads me to believe if police were doing what they're supposed to do, y'all wouldn't even be on the whole Black Lives Matter thing. And that's just what it is. And some of y'all probably agree with me right now. Like, if police were doing what they had to do, it probably wouldn't even be a movement, to be honest. To be quiet, it wouldn't be a thing. Like, I'm gonna say it one more time, if police were acting accordingly, it would not be a thing. People would not care. And that's upsetting because, like I said, that's only a very small portion of what's really going on. Like, it's still niggas in the Middle East in cages. Niggas still own slaves. Both traditional slaves, sex slaves, however they get it, you know? Niggas are still being genocided. And that's the truth of the matter. But niggas only really pay attention to when a nigga gets shot. Or, you know, when the police do something, when that's not even the meat of the problem. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm not saying it's not a problem, because it is. Police need to sit their ass down somewhere and stop doing what they're doing, obviously. You know, but again, it's a very small portion of the real issue here, you know? And the fact that a lot of people think that it is just as deep as that is a problem in its own. You know, like the fact that a lot of black people wouldn't be as upset as they are now if police were doing what they had to do is a problem. Because you should be, just because you have your freedom right now and you're able to walk around and, you know, play the game or go shopping and get the food and stuff, just because you're free and your state right now, or your state of being right now, doesn't mean that all your people are free. Like I said, it's still niggas in shackles and chains and cages and chambers and shit. Like, it's still serious things going on, but niggas really only pay attention to when the police kill a nigga. And truth be told, I think there's a reason behind that. I'm not going to delve into that because that's not why I'm here. I'll make another episode for that. But that's what it is, and that's a problem. If you're really for the whole Black liberation movement, then you should be more so concerned with the situation as a whole, not just when the police kill a nigga. The only time you shouldn't only be talking about Black Lives Matter when the police kill a nigga. You should be talking about that when you find out it's hella, let's say, it's hella niggas in cages. I don't know if a clip come out and it say 1,000 Africans rounded up and killed, you should be just as mad and just as angry and just as for change when that happens than when a nigga gets shot in the street. I'm not saying it's not a problem, but if you're gonna be mad about that, be mad about the whole situation, not just when police kill a nigga. And not only when police kill a nigga. You should be mad about that shit all the time, because shit like that doesn't ever stop. It doesn't ever end. It's still a thing. Okay, boom. I'm gonna just leave that there. Issue 2, your Second Amendment, your gun laws. Let's talk about it. I'm going to encompass the first issue with this issue too, because it goes hand in hand. People have this idea that, you know, things are the way they are for us because almost anybody has access to a gun, or because the gun laws aren't as strict, or because they're only strict for our specific race as, you feel me, instead of, white people or, Israel or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now, I will say the Second Amendment is garbage. There is a lot of favoritism, but the way people are talking about it is completely wrong. One, guns should not be a thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I feel like if a man is mentally stable and he's able to think clearly, his intentions are pure, he's a righteous being, he should be granted the eligibility to, get a weapon. You know what I mean? He should be able to get a gun if he wants, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying anybody should, I'm just saying, that man is, if he meets certain qualifications, he should be able to get a strap, because it goes a lot deeper than just having one. Like some men, not everybody, I'm sure any man out there watching can handle his own, however you want to say it, but some men just don't have what it takes to protect protect their household as it is. Some people need that extra protection. Maybe you're not as beefy and bulky as you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't have confidence in your hands like you should. You feel like you need that extra protection. Or maybe you just not home and you'll feel a lot safer if your strap was at the house where your lady was at, or your kid was at. She knew how to use it. It go a lot deeper than just, having a gun. People get guns for a reason. So having a gun isn't the problem. It's the people who have guns. You know what I'm saying? So for all of you out there saying, guns are, we should just ban a gun, you're stupid. Stop. In my IGTV video, I was talking with my dude Jay, and we discussed that. It was like, it's not a problem having the weapon. It's a problem what people do. Or like, not what people do, but who has it. You know what I'm saying? And it could be the situation can be mitigated very easily if certain changes take place. People, again, they think the only change that needs to happen is there need to just be no guns at all. No. I just feel like the way people go about getting a strap could be a lot different. Because nowadays, all you really got to do is have a license. I don't know the specific process you go through to get it, but it can't be too advanced or complex as people make it seem, because niggas just walk out with straps like it's nothing, So it can't be as deep as people make it seem, because it's obviously not. Anybody has access to one, and if you're eligible, you can get one, What do I propose? I say, even though like nobody really cares, but like if the right person see this, maybe they can take a little something. What I propose, I say mental health. I wouldn't say mental health is the only factor at play, but it's a very key variable. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody is obviously depressed, or they're a psychopath or a sociopath or anything, regardless of your previous qualifications, nigga, you should not get a gun. I don't care. Like, I don't care if you was a top-notch Navy Marine SEAL, nigga, whatever. I don't care if you have 5 Purple Hearts. So, nigga, like, if you're not there mentally, you should not be granted access to a strap. And that's just what it is. Like, no. Like, why? That's dumb. That should be the first thing anybody check. Like, before you get a gun, I want to make sure that you are mentally stable. I want to ensure that, nigga, like, your intentions are pure. You're not a crazy mother. I don't think that's too much to ask. Have therapists, like, have them sit down, play with the person's head. Nigga, that's what they're there for. Like, have somebody, if you want a gun, sit down with this therapist for X amount of weeks, days, months, years. Let them delve into your brain a little more, learn about you as a person, anything under the surface that we don't see, And record it too, to make sure the therapist not on no BS. Get in their head first, you know what I'm saying? Done, cool. And then on top of that, you gotta check medications, you know what I'm saying? That's something people don't think about. Like, what's the name of the, it's like a pill that calm you down a lot. Like, you could be like a rowdy mug, and they kind of like, what's the name of it? We're gonna wait while my companion looks that up for me. Okay, took a minute, but medications are antidepressants, Adderall, and Xanax. Now, I'm not a pharmacist, and I'm no form of a doctor, but I can definitely tell you antidepressants do exactly what they insinuate. They make you I'm not gonna say not depressed, but they help, they crank you up a little bit. You feel me? They make you not be all gloomy, you know what I'm saying? Adderall makes you like laser focused, you feel what I'm saying? Like you hear. And Xanax does what? The Xanax calms you down. So if I'm your therapist and I know before, like I know that you're typically a more rowdy person, but before you come see me, you take a few Adderall, you pop a few Xannies, you feel what I'm saying, to calm you down and have you focused on what I'm saying. I obviously know you're presenting to me a false character, and that's not who you really are. You know what I'm saying? So like, other than just having a therapist, I want to know what type of medications you are on and how frequently you take them and how much of it you take. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that plays a key factor in the person as a whole. Like, you would never be able to fully discern someone in their intentions unless you know every little thing. Like, nigga, who's in your friend group? You know, who are you being influenced by? Who are your parents? You know, what do your parents do? Is there any, you know, genetic thing that you guys have mentally or physically that inhibits this or promotes this? You know what I'm saying? It goes a lot deeper than somebody meeting qualifications by scholarly standards, my nigga. Like, it shouldn't just be that simple. It's a health thing, you know. It's not just a business. Like, you are literally giving somebody the key to life and death. Like, you literally giving somebody a gun because they're good at shooting one. Where does that make sense? You know, like, people don't think about how simple it is to get a gun and why that's a problem. Like, you guys want not to have guns, and that's the problem. Like, guns isn't the problem, it's how people get them and who gets them and what they're into. Like, that's the problem. You know, I'm not saying, you know, everybody who gets a gun is bad, everybody deserves a gun, yada dee yada do. I'm just saying, like, the way people go about getting straps and how they're distributed could be handled a lot easier. I feel like guns are necessary to protect the household, or, you know, some people go hunting, you know, like, not people hunting, real life hunting. They live in rural areas and they feed off only raccoons, possums, and deer, you know. Like, not everybody finna shoot no arrows. You finna shoot, you feel what I'm saying? Like, guns aren't a problem, it's who has them. You know what I'm saying? So stop saying get rid of guns or guns should be banned or the Second Amendment. It's not. It just needs to be revamped. You know, it needs to be updated and things need to be fixed. You know, that's all. That's all. The thing about police, though, is people want to say police shouldn't always have guns or certain people in the force shouldn't have guns. And that's, you know, I could get that because of previous events, why people wouldn't want that to be the case. But truth be told, if you were an officer, you would want a gun, you know, because you're not only protecting the people around you, protecting yourself. Like, if you pursue somebody who is obviously dangerous, you don't know what they have or what they could do to you. So it will make you feel a lot safer having that on your hip. I'm not siding with no police officers, you feel me? Because obviously what they do is dirt, you feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't knock somebody for wanting to be safe or have that, you know? Like, not every white person intention when they get a gun is to go kill a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people just want to have that. The problem with that is, if you want to delve into the whole police situation, is, you know, some people say training, you know, like, they're not being trained properly, or okay. Me, I go into it a lot deeper. I feel like some places really just don't have the best interest of people, you know, so like, they're obviously not gonna do their best to look out. You also believe some places, and let's go back to my whole thing with me, I just feel like some places have an agenda to me, or they have a goal to not like niggas or to kill off all niggas, you feel me? So when people say, oh, they're not being trained properly, I think they are being trained properly. They're just being trained properly to do the wrong shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to teaching a new cadet how to restrain and, you know, put a nigga to the ground or something, they're being trained to shoot to kill, you know what I'm saying? Because your commanding officer is racist and he doesn't like niggas. So he's gonna tell you, if you see a black person, don't do this, do this. According to the cadet, whether it's ethically wrong or right, he's gonna listen because he's being trained to do that, you know? So I don't think it's a whole thing with people not being trained properly. They're being trained properly. In some places, they're just not being trained to do the right thing. So let's not say police officers are not trained people because you have to get trained to get in. You're obviously just getting trained wrong, or you're getting taught by the wrong niggas to do the wrong thing. So that conversation needs to stop. You know, like, okay, you can make that case for some people, but all people, they're not being trained correctly. Come on now. Like, we all better than that. Like, if it happens once, shame on you. It happens twice. Wait, what is it? If you fool me once, shame on me? No, if you fool me once, shame on you. You fool me. I forgot.
If you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
That's not it. That's not it. If you fool me once, shame on.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times.
Can't get fooled again.
What was I even saying? If it happens in more than one area, the case can no longer be they're not being trained. You know, like, they're being trained, people. They're being trained. They're just not being trained to do the right thing. They're being trained incorrectly on purpose, or they're not being trained properly because the person above them doesn't give a beep. And if y'all want to also, I'm gonna just throw this in there before I go to the next thing, because there's always been a problem with me too. The cameras they wear, the little cameras on. Some people have a problem with, oh, they turning this off. And I agree. Now, this would be one thing I do agree with the masses on. If you plan to survey, you want to see what this person sees. You know, like, you want to not give them like, regardless of anything, your goal is to see what they see, so there cannot be any type of rebuttal when something happens. You want to see what they see. That's all it is. You want to know what they're doing. You want to see what they see. This is your eye. If that's the case, why would you give them the option to take that off or hide that? Why would you not have it built in a certain way so that no matter who it is or what they do or what they're capable of, they can never take that off or turn it off or cover it up? You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make sense. What do I propose? Y'all like Bill Gates so much. Y'all so into Elon Musk and Bill Gates' brain chips and trackers and scanners. Why not manufacture some type of contact lens or some type of mandatory glasses that officers have to wear? You know, I say contacts. Some people want to say glasses because they don't like. I don't care. I say contacts. You know, make some bioengineered contacts that when you clock in, you put the mugs in and you don't take them off or you're fired. You know, something that can record, some type of contact with the built-in mic and camera. Don't tell me it's not possible, because it is. The technology is definitely a thing. And if you don't believe me, you need to do your research on Bill Gates and Elon. Nigga, there are geniuses. Like, this technology isn't a new thing. I'm not proposing something new. They probably already have it. They just not, you know, making it a thing, a mandatory thing where officers have to wear or something. Get rid of this body cam or whatever the hell it is, whatever it is people take off and cover up and all of that. Boot it. You know, I say get on them contacts, because if you is finna do some dirt, it would take a lot longer for you to take these contacts out and put them up and put them back where you gotta go to go do your thing than it would for you. Excuse me. Veggie bagel. Like I was saying, it would take a lot longer for somebody to take their contacts up and put them back where they need to be and put those up, put a camera on your body and go do this type thing. Like, there's options. And like, the masses know there's options. Like, the higher ups know there's options. But like I say, like, there's an agenda. But I'm not gonna get into that, because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to give y'all facts, my opinion, and so on and so forth. 3, cliches. I'm for change. I'm for a better world. I'm for all the good, cute, you know, positive things. Like, that's without a question. But I feel like often people take similar non-scenic routes. You feel what I'm saying? Like, NBA players. Nah, don't get it twisted. I love NBA players. My favorite team, the Clippers. I'm a diehard LA. Like, basketball is my sport, but I feel like the way they go about things could be done a lot better. Now, I'm not saying either that what they haven't already done isn't good enough, that they're not trying, but I feel like a lot more could be done. Because you have to consider this. It's people such as like my friend Muhammad and his group that he's forming and stuff that are actually out to make genuine change manually, or they go to the streets of multiple cities and towns to handle things and get things done and to actually do things. Like they're hands-on and they're covering up several, like they're out and about, not just in their community, but you know, I'm not gonna say worldwide because they're not that big yet, but let's say statewide. You know, it's not just a town thing. You know what I'm saying? Those are the moves I think people need to make. Now, when you consider people like NBA players, you know, like you'll have people, okay, like let's talk about their little refusing to play basketball. I'm not gonna be that guy, but I'm so sorry. You refusing to shoot a ball for a couple hours does not change anything. Like you saying, I'm not, nigga, no, I'm not playing the game. That don't free niggas from cages. That don't get niggas out shot. Like what? Like, I'm not saying, okay, Giannis need to take his big 7-foot tail over there and break him out by the hand. But I'm just saying, like, you not playing basketball doesn't make a difference. Honestly, like, I'm sorry, but it doesn't, you know. My thing is like, bro, like if you have the platform for change, nigga, if you play basketball and your monthly checks is $3 trillion, my nigga, I'm gonna expect a lot more out of you than not shooting a ball. Nigga, what? Like, nigga, worldwide hunger, nigga, famine, nigga, like what? Like if every NBA, there are 30 teams, about 15 players on each team. If every player gave up their check for a month, if every player, even the bench warmers, gave up their checks for a month and just said, you know what, bump it. We gonna bet it, we're gonna get all this money together, we're gonna do something. I wouldn't say you end world hunger, but you will put a little dent in it. Like, it don't take too much to feed nobody. It don't take too much to make little homeless shelters. It don't take too much to give a little money back. Nigga, you making a worldwide trip to go hand out napkins and paper towels does not change anything. Nigga, if you have the platform, the awareness, and the money to do something, I'm gonna expect a lot more out of you than anything. And that's the thing that get me going about Muhammad, because he doesn't have, I'm not gonna say he's broke or he's without, but he doesn't have anything that the higher ups have or people who are gifted enough to have. He doesn't have any of that, but he's still making his rounds the way he can, and he's actually doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the things he hasn't done yet, the fact that he's planning out, he's actually getting things together, and it's actually going, that he's working and he's trying, he's getting it done how he can, and he has nothing. So the people who have something, I'm expecting a lot more. If you really want to impress me, give up your mansion. Take all that money back and go statewide. Build 20 homeless shelters in every state, and then feed all them people for a couple months. Provide them with weekly meals, like daily meal preps. You feel me? Like, do stuff like that. Cause like, if y'all so for taking I don't care about taking the whole country thing back, and I'll get back to that later. But if y'all for F the government, we need to do this, we need to do that. Strengthen numbers, bro. Like, how many homeless people are black? You know what I'm saying? How many black people are without? How many black people still live in Section 8, bro? Like, just be like, you rich, but that don't mean Tom rich. That don't mean Joseph rich. That don't mean Daquan rich. Like, I get you work for you got it, but like, bruh, you feel me? You got it, but your people don't. Let's say that. And you so for rising up and creating this, you gotta build your people up first, bro. Like, you ain't got no army of your people down, and that's just what it is, bro. Like, if every black person had it, if somehow we all worked together and we all had it, that's an army, that's a union, that's strength right there. That's it, bro. Like, now we got the power to do anything. We all got money now. We all got knowledge now. We all got a whip. We all got a house. It might not be the biggest or the baddest thing, but we can get from A to B, and we got some place where lay our weary heads. We got some place to eat. Then we got something to eat. And we got enough to support others and give back. If that was the case, this wouldn't be. And that's just what it is. I'm not saying that's gonna end racism, that's not gonna free niggas, but if y'all so for that, let's do this and let's do that, strength in numbers. You gotta build your people up first, bro. You can't do nothing without your people not behind you. No one man is enough. And that's just what that is. So Lil Baby making a song, we need to get back to the back. Everybody, Black Lives Matter. Yeah. No, shut up. You sound stupid. Honestly. I'm not gonna say the song, the beat hard. And he actually did say some pretty real things, but how often, turn it down. Please. How often do you hear a song about Black Lives Matter? How often is there a poster or a banner about any, like, bro, it's not enough. Platitude. That's what that is, bro. Like, you can rap, you have money, you made a song about Black Lives Matter. That's not gonna help no fucking body. It's a good song. I get it. It ride. I would definitely, I'll play it once or twice a year. You know what I'm saying? But it's not doing nothing. So, there that is. Like I said, you feel, I'm not saying what they did doesn't matter. I'm not saying it wasn't revolutionary in a sense. I just expect, you feel me, it to be a little bit more. If you had the platform and the financial stability to make a real dent in the economy in the way you can, then you should. You feel me? You should band up and do that. You feel me? I respect you taking that knee. I respect you not hooping. But it's, like I said, bro, it's not enough to create real change. You making the courts or whatever a voting station, that's not enough, bro, because that's gonna lead me to my next thing. That's not enough either. Voting is not enough. I will get to that in a second, but that's not enough. You doing all of that is not enough. I can respect it, and I get where you coming from and where you trying to go with it, but dig deeper, bro. Like, what could you do that could really F stuff, or what could you do that could really get it there? Honestly, you not hooping, not gonna get it done, bro. And I'm gonna leave it there, because I know I made a few people mad with that right there. Again, I don't care. I don't care at all. But I'm just sharing that with you. Like, I just expect a wee bit more. You know what I'm saying? As superstars and rappers and billions and millionaires and money and fame and all of that, I expect you to do a little bit more than taking a kneel, bro, because you have the basis to actually do something. And I'm just gonna leave it there. Voting. I'm gonna say this one time. I'm gonna say it real boldly. We all live in a psyopic economy. I'm just gonna put that right there. Nothing is what you think it is. So I'm gonna say this, and like I said, there's no need for you to think, just digest it. Presidents are selected, not elected. Governors are selected, not elected. If the government wants somebody in that chair, they're gonna get them in that chair. And the thing about it is, people have this idea that, okay, cool, vote. I'm not gonna say voting doesn't matter, because some people, y'all ready to go into the comments and, you did it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if the government has intentions for the world to move forward in a certain way, I doubt they will put it in your hands to decide that. Example, let's say we did live in a perfect utopia type world type thing, you know what I'm saying? And we was just, our country was the best of the best, you know what I'm saying? And then running for president, you have this nice, religious, strong, militant man, and then you have Hitler. And we put both of them on the ballot. You got Hitler and you got the really, really good guy. And everybody, just for some weird reason, vote for Hitler. You think the government will put their country at a risk and put Hitler in that chair just because you voted for him? No, if we lived in a type of government where they actually cared, they'll put that person in that seat no matter what you say. And that's just what it is. So you thinking that it's going to matter if you really want this person there, it doesn't. If the government wants somebody in that chair, they're gonna put them there. Now, I will say last year, I do think Hillary was supposed to win. I think the pure intention of that was for her to win, but because she did her dirt, the whole email scandal of hiding things and the spying, all the other good stuff, they had to run a clean election. And Trump ended up winning. That's just what it is. Like, oh well. But if things wouldn't have went the way they went, I'm pretty sure they would have put her in that chair. I'm almost positive. And any president leading up to this, bro, it hasn't been the people wanted him, so we got him. No, that's not what it is. They knew who needed to be there, or they knew who they wanted to be there, and they put him there. That's what it is. Now you can go out there and vote, and you could have that idea that's your voice, and that's a thing, and that's cool or whatever. Cool, because some people really hold on tight to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take that from you. I'm just saying, look at the bigger picture, bro. Like, they know what they want to do. They know how they want to run things. They know how they're gonna go about doing things, and they would not allow you to convince them to do otherwise, because they have the power and they have the basis to do what they want to do, and this is theirs. All of this is theirs, and they run this, so they're gonna do what they want to do with it, regardless of what you say or not. Now, another thing is, when people say, let's get out there and vote, guys, let's do this, what you could possibly be hurting yourself. And in that, I mean, you have this idea that you and this person are going to vote for the same person. And you can't tell me that you don't, because if you knew they were voting for your opposition or who you don't want in that chair, you wouldn't be telling them to vote. If you knew that you want to go tell a hardcore, if you wanted Biden in that office and you want a Biden in that chair, you would not go tell a Trump supporter to go vote, because you already know their vote would be for Trump. So you telling somebody to vote without knowing their intentions could possibly be hurting you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your ballot, that's dope, you feel me? And then you be like, let's vote. And all the people you told to go vote for the person you didn't want in the chair. You just hurt yourself by telling them to go vote. So with that, I say, if somebody doesn't want to vote, or somebody has their idea of what they want to do when it comes to that by whatever, you feel me? Let them have that. Because, like, one, you telling them somebody to vote or do all the other stuff isn't going to affect, you feel me, anything by my standards, you feel me? And on top of that, you don't even know who they're voting for. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. I just feel like it's stupid. I feel like that's dumb. Like I said, if I wanted Trump or Biden in that office, and I you feel me, bomb, and I said, hey, bro, go vote, and he vote for the opposite person that I didn't want in there, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset that person won because I told him to go vote, and that's dumb to me. So when somebody tells you to go vote without even knowing, like, you don't even know who this person want to vote for, you want them to vote so badly, stop. Come on. Stop. Just stop. You want to vote, go vote. If they vote, let them vote. That's what it is. Stop trying to influence people. It's not your place, bro. It's not your place, honestly. I'm honestly not for Biden. I'm not for Trump. I'm not for none of them niggas. I want my own. I'm gonna get on that later. You feel me? But either or, you losing. Trump. I don't know whether Trump racist or not, but Trump is an empathy. He's arrogant. He's aggravated. He says some real silly stuff. You feel me? But he's not a great person. You feel me? Biden be on that creepy junk. He got rape charges. Matter of fact, I'm gonna insert the clips right here of Biden doing some creepy junk on some jits. Look, matter of fact, insert.
All right, well, nice to see you guys. Thank you. See you back home, I hope.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay?
Like either or you lose. Kamala Harris, okay, I know why Biden did that. Like I said, psyopic. He knows if he what's more symbolic than a strong, powerful black woman? I'm almost positive that is why he chose her, because in the eyes of black people, that make him look like, okay, he support black people and black women. He is vice president is a black. That's what I think it is. I think that was more of a political game than anything. But a lot of you black people don't see that because, yes, black woman, we in there now. The same way you was with Obama. Oh yeah, black president. Yes, sir. You feel me? Like, silly. You're silly. Stop being so easily influenced, bro. Like, no, like either or. Like, Kamala not the best. Biden not the best. You're not winning either way. Like, you still a puppet in this system. If you black, nigga, you still a slave. You just in a psyopic, symbolic, systematic system that no matter what you will forever be a slave here. You don't gotta be in chains and shackles to be a slave. Like, nigga, you still, I'm not gonna get on that. That's a whole other episode. But like, bro, like, you're not winning regardless. If you're black, you're 1,000% not winning. I don't care where you at in this life. You still not winning regardless. And that's just how we get down on there. Last and final point, 5. Why I said Black lives don't matter. Listen, I'm not saying, you feel me, Black lives don't matter, because they do. You know what I'm saying? One, I don't support the movement because it's been overshadowed and it's been promoted as something else other than what it is, and there's an underlying meaning behind all of that. That's another episode. I'm not gonna get on that because that's not why I'm here. Matter, I would say matter is the worst way to put it when speaking on black people. Because if you're black, you don't simply matter. We are the crutch, nigga. We are the basis. To be honest, all of this whole country should be ours, but I'm not finna get on that right now. You feel me? The worst way to put it in my eyes is that matters, because that's not enough. That's not a weighty enough term to define our placement in this world, bro. Black people don't just matter, nigga. We are significant. Like, nigga, we are that, bro. Like, our presence is monumentous. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not enough to say, oh, Black lives matter. No, that's not enough. Because if your wife walk out and she be like, dang, how I look, you're not gonna say, yeah, you look pretty. You gonna be, yes, yes, sir, you look smackable. You're not gonna, yeah, you look alright, you look cool. That's not enough. That's not enough. That's not a weighty enough term to define black, bro. If you're black and you're on this earth, you are more powerful. You are more it than you think you are. And my thing comes down to power, bro. Scientifically speaking, I'm not even finna. If you're white, you might want to click away now. If you want to stay and watch, I'm finna piss you off and watch. Hold on. Like I was saying, black people are the best on the planet. I don't care what nobody say. If you're black, you straight? Yeah. Give me, I'll be out here by 10:50. As I was saying, my boy just walked. You wanna give yourself a shout out real quick? I'm gonna play his ad right here anyway, because he just had to walk in. But like I was saying, if you're black, bro, you are more it than you think you are, bro. Like, scientific, I'm not being racist, because I'm not racist. I don't care. Everybody cool to me. I don't care. You feel me? But that's besides the point. You feel me? Like, scientifically speaking, black people are the best of the best, and we are that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, historically speaking, all of this is ours. We built this shit. We worked for this shit. Y'all took us from our shit to come build y'all shit. It's still our shit. To be honest, we built it. Y'all took us from our shit to take our shit. Y'all make y'all shit with our shit. Nigga, like, I don't know how else to put it, bro. And like, and we talking genetically. I shouldn't have to talk about the genetics of black people, because I feel like anybody know that black people are, I don't care. Like, nigga, we are way more athletic. We are the only beings organic to the earth, scientifically speaking, with the genetic data. I'm never gonna get into all of that because it's a whole other episode. It shouldn't be no debate. You feel me? So simply saying a Black Life Matters isn't enough, because like I said, your wife walk out looking bomb and she say, babe, how I look, you're not gonna say, yeah, you look alright or you look pretty, because that's not a weighty enough term to describe that. You feel me? You're not gonna tell your wife she look okay or she look cool. You're gonna be like, damn, like you yes ma'am, you look schmackable. Like, yes sir, you look grr. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's just what it is. So with that being said, I just wanted to get on there and speak my piece about all of that. It did end up being longer than I wanted to be, but it's okay. I'll edit it down a little bit. And if not, you'll watch all of it. It's worth a watch, bro, because whether or not you agree with me or not, you'll be able to draw something from this, you feel me? And like I said, you know, the point of this isn't to persuade, it's to just put it in place. I want you to not, you feel me? I just want you to think your thoughts, you feel what I'm saying? Like, the point of this isn't to give you or have you think how I want you to think. I just want you to hear this and then perceive it from another point of view so you can think your own way. That's all this is. Like, news don't do it. The shade room don't do it. You feel me? Even word of mouth isn't it all the time. You feel what I'm saying? So like, all you can really rely on, like, in this world is your perception and how you view it. You feel me? Because that's all you got. You feel what I'm saying? That's the only thing that's really yours. And nobody knows what they know. You feel me? Like, you don't even know anything nobody knows anything for sure. The only thing we all know for sure is that we don't know anything for sure. That's it. So you can't be relying on anything or anybody else to give you a thought. You feel me? You gotta perceive things yourself, digest it, and think your own way. You feel me? And that's just what this, I'm giving you my point of view. You can take from this pieces or whatever you got to do and just think about it. You feel me? It's something else. It's something to think about. That's all it is. And from that, you can take that and do your thing, whatever. You feel me? I don't want to keep dragging this out because I'm well over my limit. So I appreciate y'all boys. I appreciate y'all boys for watching. And yeah.